Alright guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna go over a few things today. I got some bitches, gripes, complaints, and some questions to ask. I put it on the Instagram to see what you people want to talk about. So if you don't already follow me on Instagram, BR32YCE, that's me. And we're gonna start off with a little bit of me just ranting. So if you are an influencer of any type, say YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, people look to you to maybe buy certain parts for their cars. You shouldn't be out there just buying random parts and throwing it on your car and telling people that they should buy them. When you don't, first off, if you don't even track your car, like, you should be doing your research before you buy said parts and then put them on your car, okay? And then if you are the one asking the questions to these types of people, you should do your research as well. There's about 50,000 different intakes you can get for the Mark 7 platform. There's handfuls of intercoolers and so on and so forth. Get on the forums or just go to Google, type it in and hit review. And then read what people are saying, go to the website, see how much airflow these intakes are doing. The same with the intercoolers, how well they're doing in higher temperatures with the, you know, versus ambient. Say it's 100 degrees out, what's your intercooler running at, say, on the highway, and then when you're punching it, like what's the drop? Like, don't always just take other people's words for it. Like, do your research. Please do your research. Don't just listen to any random person, including me. I'm going to tell you to get, you know, certain parts because that's what I like, but I actually track my car and I can tell you that these parts are going to hold up. The majority of these awards, all but 3 of these, are from this car. Most recently, you know, a couple of these over here, but I mean, everything that I have is held up. Anyway, that's my little rant. Do your research. Don't always go with the internet's telling you. There's 50 different thousand things out there you can buy. And are you trying to be a highway warrior? Or are you trying to just be a drag king? Just go to the drag strip all the time? Are you a parking lot warrior? You just want to pop your hood and show off all the carbon fiber? Do you do autocross? You can do actual track days like road courses and stuff. Like, there's things that depend. I mean, you don't want to buy just a cheap, say, like engine intake and go, you know, do this, that, and the third. Like, there's plenty of different intakes out there with different designs. Racing Line is the only one, as far as I know, that uses a foam filter, and that thing flows 10 times better than the APR intake that I had ever did. Like, so there's just the comparison right there for me, in my opinion. Anyway, let's get to some questions. How often do you change your oil? Well, I'll show you because I keep track of all this stuff. That's my oil schedule so far. I keep all my maintenance written down. That's another thing, going back to influencers and such with tunes. It really depends on what you're doing, in a sense. Like, do you want, you know, the most aggressive tune you can get because you want to go out and drag everybody's ass? Then you should go with this one, and then maybe even throw a JB4 on top of it and stack it. Or do you just want to, you know, you want a good daily driver, something in between? You know, you don't need the fastest, but you definitely don't want the slowest. Like, there's people in between, or you could go in and buy the cheapest tune you want just to say that you're tuned. Like, it really depends on how much money you're willing to spend and how much you really plan on racing the car. Like, there's tons of options out there for tunes for these cars. First mods for the track. I'm assuming by track you mean autocross, what I do. The best mod you could do right off the bat is tires. That's what's going to help you, benefit you the most. If you can't get the power to the ground, I mean, obviously you're going to be slower. So I'd look into Indy Firehawk 500s. People are loving those tires. I'm going to go with some Bridgestone RE71Rs. I'm not going to daily them. I'm looking at different sets of 17-inch wheels right now. I was looking right now for the best deal would be the Koenig Hypergrams 17x8, but they're actually a pound heavier than my Pretorias that I have on the car now, even though they're 17 or 19s. So I'm trying to look into some OZs, but the price for just a little, like a couple more pounds, just is almost double. So I don't know. There's that. And then driver mod, of course. I've asked multiple people, like, to come race with me. I'm like, oh dude, I don't want to go because my car's slow. I need to buy more parts. Like, no, you don't. You need to take yourself and get on the track and get experience. Experience, you can't buy it, really. I mean, unless you're paying a trainer to train you, but even it, I mean, that's whatever. But seat time. Seat time is going to be the best mod, especially if you have a manual car. Like, you need to get that seat time, learn your shift points, this, that, and the other. If you have a DSG, it's going to be a little bit easier, but not as easy as you think. On autocross, if people think they get a DSG and everything's just easy mode. Oh, look at me, I'm fast, I hit a button. Yeah, whatever. But the best mod you can really get for the track is you. You need to learn your car and the way it reacts, and learn your, you know, get used to whatever tire pressure you need to for that day, depending on what kind of track you're on and whatnot. And then I'd say motor mounts, and then dog bone after that. Help with the wheel hop a little bit maybe. Sway bar, definitely, that makes a huge difference. And then if you're not already intake and downpipe and tune, then I would do that if you need more power. But really, I think I have too much power for the track. If I ever decide to spend the 400 bucks to get the United Motorsports cable, I will turn down the boost when I go to autocross. Where I race at is like, I hit like 27, 28 PSI. I would turn it down to like max of like 22, because it's pointless. I can barely go 10 out of 10 when I'm on the track. I'm doing like the whole time I'm driving, it's a whole lot of throttle modulation. It's on, little bit off, on. I'm like this the whole time. My right foot does not stop the entire time I'm on the track. How many Volkswagens have you had? I started out with the VR6 Golf, and then I pretty much jumped right to a Mark IV R32, which I wound up supercharging and this and that. But in between that, I had an A6, it was like a 99. We had a 2-liter Jetta that was 2001, and I had a Mark V GTI, 2006, I think. That thing was actually pretty nice. I really miss my Jetta. I wound up doing a Golf front end swap on it, which actually looked pretty decent. But my favorite car than the one I have now was my Mark IV R32, especially once I put that supercharger on it. That thing rolled out. That car can probably still out-launch my Mark 7. I don't know what it was about that car. With United Motorsports launch control, no lift shift on that car, it was just insane. You just dropped the clutch and it was I wish I would have got that thing on the track. The 60 foots in that thing, I bet, were fucking phenomenal. Back then, I really didn't pay attention to that shit. I just was like, go out and go. What do you do for work? I was in the Air Force for 6 years. I recently just switched to Lockheed Martin, so I'm a civilian contractor. I still do the exact same job that I did before, but this is literally what I wear to work. I got an Adam LZ shirt and camo shorts, and I wear some composite toe shoes, and I'm out there chilling. I launch planes, I recover planes, I fuel planes, I take planes apart, put them back together. I do engine maintenance. We got 400, 800, 4,000 hour inspections. I do change tires and just about everything but like the avionics stuff, like batteries and any of the GPS related and antenna stuff like that. I don't touch any of that. We got the nerds do that. We wrench literally on everything else. And if you're curious, it's the MQ-9 Reaper. It's a multi-million-dollar aircraft that we use all over the globe. They're really cool planes. There's no actual pilot in the plane. The pilot could be basically anywhere in the world controlling a plane on the opposite side of the world with just a few second delay. So I actually got a nail in my tire the other week, and so I went to discount. They looked at it. Nail was too close to the sidewall to be repaired there, so I had insurance and they ordered me a tire. So I got a brand new tire sitting here. I'm actually probably not even gonna put it on, but when I go to buy new tires, I'm just gonna order 3 instead of 4. It saves me like 100 and something bucks. But the nail is actually still in my tire. I'm waiting for it to pull itself out, and I'm just gonna repair it myself. It held up through autocross and drag racing, and now we're about to go out. I'm gonna show you guys some more no lift shift. I'm gonna put the camera on the window so you guys can see the boost gauge and actually see it holding boost and shifts. It's pretty warm out, it's like 85 degrees, so I'm not gonna see the best of boost levels. Added the fact that I'm at 4,300 feet. I have to check on what the DA is right now, but it's probably not anything good. This is the new That Racing Channel app. It just came to Android, so I paid for it to not have ads. This is the easy way to see what the DA is. So there you go. DA right now is 3452, humidity is 37, and my current altitude is 4303. So there you go. It's 86 out. So we're gonna go out, play around, do some no lift shifts, some launches, and yeah, just have some fun. For those of you that are new here, this is the car. Sure, nothing too fancy. I got some pretzel on there. I got the deletes with the Maxton, you know, Remus exhaust, carbon tips. Got some deletes here and there. It doesn't rain where I live, so you can get the racing line stripe down there. Nothing too fancy, nothing overboard. Mostly racing line stuff. The newest addition is this Turbo Smart BOV, and I did the turbo blanket, downpipe wrap. We got racing line catch can, BFI motor mounts, motor and trans. Got the APR dog bone insert, racing line intake, racing line just about everything, racing line intercooler. We got Stop Tech rotors, EBC yellow pads. Like I said, nothing overboard, nothing crazy. United Motorsports adjustable file with no lift shift and launch control for the manual. I just hit like 46,000 something and I'm still in the stock clutch. Most of it is due to the altitude that I live at because it robs hella power, but it's also because of me. I can probably outshift most of you people using my left hand, but we won't get into that today. Anyways, we're gonna set the camera up here. I'm gonna put the window down, set up here somewhere, facing into the P3 gauge. And you can see right here. Yep, 45.8 on the miles. I said it's still in the stock clutch, so I got launch control set at like 5,000 RPM. But and we're gonna go out, just do a couple. I probably won't put the camera on the outside just because I'm just trying to cruise, you know, go drive around town a little bit. But and we'll see. I'm gonna lower the front tire pressure a little bit, try and negate some of the spin that I've been getting from the front wheels now that I actually have boost on launch. So we'll see how hard she hits. Alright, so enough talking, let's get to some driving. We're out here in some random road in the middle of fucking nowhere. I got the camera nice and set up, that way you guys can see the gauges, see how much boost it's holding between gear and the RPMs. Can't really see much more at this angle, but I was suggested by one of the guys that watched the video, one of you guys, that you wanted to see how much boost it holds between shifts and how kind of it works, how it looks on the boost gauge. So yeah, I'm gonna do like a 5,000 RPM launch control, go from there, maybe do one more after that, and figure out something else to do to make this video worth your watch. Next one, I'm gonna do a little bit of brake boost in second or third gear, along with some no lift shifts. I don't really brake boost all too often. I try and get as low as I can on the highway and just hit it. But for the sake of wasting more of your time, we're gonna do some brake boost. I'm gonna do one more for you guys. Same RPM, same bullshit. I'm just gonna set the camera down a little bit of ways, that way I can like fly by you guys and you can get a decent half-ass sound clip. These are definitely not the most optimal conditions. It's like 93 out right now, midday, street tires on shitty surface, but it's definitely fun. And like I said earlier, seat time is the best experience you can get. So out here testing some digs. Can't argue with that. Sorry about that last launch, guys. Car's a little warm, the ground's a little shitty, but I was kind of like hot lapping the car. I was making a big square around the area that I do runs at. I ran into some Genesai, I guess you would call them, and I had to do some racer flybys. They didn't want to race. I pulled off to the road hoping that they would follow me, but they just kept going. Sad face. I just wanted to give them the sauce, but they just kept on rolling. So Oh well. Hope you guys liked the video. I don't know what's all going to go on tonight. Hopefully there's a meet and some races tomorrow night down in Roswell. We got a no prep event, 8th mile. That starts at 6 p.m. I'm not going to enter the event, but I'm going to go down and record because I know there's going to be hella cars down there, and there's definitely going to be some Mexico acts afterwards tomorrow. So that's the weekend plans. Next Saturday, I got a wedding to go to in the morning on Saturday, and then right after that, we're heading to Amarillo for another nighttime autocross event. So I'm super stoked for that. Next part I'm buying is going to be wheels and tires. I just got to find a good deal on these OZs that I want. If not, I'm going to probably just grab the Hypergrams just so I can fit. The main reason going to 17s is to fit bigger tires. My tires right now are limiting me in the corners. I really want some 245 45s. Right now I'm running 235 35. I might even go bigger than 45 45. I don't know. We'll see. But I want some 17s, lightweight, nice and meaty. Yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the flip flop.